6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Zahra Sikandar. First, the headlines. Pakistan and Uzbekistan have agreed to enhance bilateral trade volume to $4 billion in next 4 years. Prime Minister says partnership between Pakistan and Uzbekistan is set to grow stronger, opening new doors of prosperity for the people. Chairman Senate has stressed for enhancing bilateral cooperation between Pakistan and Iraq in areas of mutual interest. Finance Minister says basic structural reforms are being introduced for economic stability in the country. India has ramped up military operations across Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir to further tighten its illegal grip over the territory. Afghanistan have set a victory target of 326 runs for England in 8th match of ICC Champions Trophy in Lahore. And now the news in detail. Pakistan and Uzbekistan have agreed to enhance the trade volume to $4 billion in the next 4 years. The understanding came at a meeting between Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and President of Uzbekistan Shavkat Mirziyoyev in Tashkent today, which was followed by delegation-level talks between the two countries. During the meeting, they discussed further promotion of mutual cooperation, especially trade, tourism, energy, regional ties, and cultural ties. The two leaders agreed to effectively implement the Transit Trade Agreement 2021, the Preferential Trade Agreement 2023, invest in special economic zones of the country, and promote cooperation between business communities of Pakistan and Uzbekistan. The two sides reiterated the commitment to implement Uzbekistan-Afghanistan-Pakistan Railway project for promoting trade and regional connectivity. Pakistan and Uzbekistan have reaffirmed commitment to further boost bilateral cooperation in the fields of trade, investment, regional connectivity, energy, mining, culture, and agriculture. The resolve was expressed during a joint news conference of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and President of Uzbekistan Shavkat Mirziyoyev at Tashkent today. Speaking on the occasion, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said we affirmed that relations between the two countries are moving ahead in right direction. He termed the strong partnership between Pakistan and Uzbekistan as beneficial for the development and prosperity of both countries and the entire region. Pakistan and Uzbekistan have signed several memorandums of understanding and agreements to further bolster cooperation between the two countries in diverse sectors. The MOUs and agreements included MOU between Tashkent and Lahore, cooperation agreement between news agencies, interagency agreement on youth affairs, agreement on cooperation in the field of science, technology, and innovation. The two sides also agreed to in the agreements of fields of visa-free travel of diplomatic passport holders, military intelligence, internal affairs, professional and technical training, and training of diplomats. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and President of Uzbekistan Shavkat Mirziyoyev were also present in the documents exchange ceremony. The two leaders also signed joint declaration after the official visit of Pakistan's Prime Minister to Uzbekistan and the protocol of establishment of Pakistan-Uzbekistan High-Level Strategic Council. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif says partnership between Pakistan and Uzbekistan is set to grow stronger, opening new doors of prosperity of the people. In a post on social media platform X, the Prime Minister said he had pleasure of meeting President of Uzbekistan at today's formal talks. He said both of us focused on strengthening trade, connectivity, energy, cooperation, and cultural exchanges. The Prime Minister said, given our common desire and shared resolve, we affirmed that we would cover all aspects of bilateral ties from trade to connectivity. Chairman Senate Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani has stressed the need for enhancing cooperation between Pakistan and Iraq in agriculture, trade, water, energy, education, tourism, and defense. Talking to Iraqi ambassador in Islamabad, he said Pakistan and Iraq are bound by historical, cultural, and religious ties. Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani said that direct air connectivity between Pakistan and Iraq will strengthen people-to-people contacts. He also said the 250,000 Pakistani Zaireen visit Iraq every year to pay respect at the holy sites. He said there is an urgent need to further streamline the arrangements for Pakistani Zaireen. The two sides also agreed to promote parliamentary diplomacy and delegation exchanges. This is Radio Pakistan. Minister for Finance and Revenue Mohammad Aurangzeb has said that basic structural reforms are being introduced for economic stability in the country. Addressing a function at Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Peshawar today, he said economic stability on the basis of exports is our priority, for which broad reforms are being introduced. Mohammad Aurangzeb said the taxation process is being simplified with the insertion of modern technology. He said trust and credibility of FBR will be ensured through latest technology stimulation and less human interference. Finance Minister said the workable recommendations of the business community and the chambers of commerce will be certainly considered for the upcoming budget. Minister for Justice and Human Rights Azim Nazir Tar has reaffirmed Pakistan's unwavering commitment to the promotion and protection of human rights at the national and international levels. Addressing the high-level segment of 58th session of United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva, he said Pakistan has taken robust legislative and policy measures, including enacting over 70 human rights-related laws in the past decade. The minister also announced that Pakistan's resumption of voluntary contributions to United Nations trust funds, including those for victims of torture, implementation of universal periodic review, and the participation of small island developing states and least developed countries in the Council. The 6th anniversary of Operation Swift Retort will be commemorated tomorrow to pay tribute to the valiant armed forces of Pakistan for demonstrating their resilience and resolve against Indian attempt to carry out a misadventure on February 27, 2019. Pakistan Air Force successfully thwarted a border violation by shooting down 2 Indian fighter jets during this operation. An Indian pilot, Abhinandan, was also captured. Meanwhile, ISPR has released a song, Dushman Sun, on the completion of 6 years of Operation Swift Retort. The song expresses a pledge and commitment by the brave sons of the nation for the defense of the motherland. India has ramped up military operations across Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, a move seen as a calculated effort to intimidate Kashmiris and further tighten its illegal grip over the territory. According to Kashmir Media Service, civil society members have said that escalating militarization in the occupied territory belies Indian Home Minister Amit Shah's all is well mantra. Meanwhile, a cartoon exhibition titled All Eyes on Kashmir was held in Muzaffarabad today to expose Indian war crimes in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. According to Kashmir Media Service, the exhibition was organized outside the Central Plus Club under the banner of Pasbane Hurriyat, Jammu and Kashmir. The event featured around 50 images illustrating Indian military operations, mass killings, enforced disappearances, and restrictions on civil liberties. At least 61,700 Palestinians were martyred in Israel's war on Gaza. In a statement, Gaza's health ministry has said that thousands of Palestinians missing under the rubble are presumed dead, while over 111,000 people have been wounded by unabated Israeli attacks across Gaza. And in the 8th match of ICC Champions Trophy, Lahore in Afghanistan have set a victory target of 326 runs for England. Batting first, Afghanistan scored 325 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in stipulated 50 overs. And finally, the weather. Intermittent widespread rain with wind, thunderstorm, and snowfall over the hills is expected in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan, Upper and Central Punjab, Islamabad, Northeast Balochistan during the next 12 hours. Heavy fall and heavy snowfall over the hills is also likely at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan, and Northeast Punjab. Isolated hailstorm and rain with wind and thunderstorm is also expected at isolated places in Northeast Balochistan. Partly cloudy weather is also likely in other parts of the country. To end the news, we're going to few of the headlines. Pakistan and Uzbekistan have agreed to enhance bilateral trade volume to $4 billion in next 4 years. Chairman Senate has stressed for enhancing bilateral cooperation between Pakistan and Iraq in areas of mutual interest. Finance Minister says basic structural reforms are being introduced for economic stability in the country. And with this, we come to the end of the news for the moment. For more news and analysis, visit our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.